I call Mr. Martin Muilleoir.
I want to move back to the contentious questions of rates with the Minister's permission, but perhaps let's take a different angle on it, because the Minister said it's not his job to keep business open, and I understand around what he means, but would he not agree with me that for the losers, and there are losers in the rates revaluation, that our message should be that we will do more to support them in the time ahead, that we don't want to see them disinvest. We want to give them every support we can, and we realise that not everyone can be a winner, but together it is our job as an Assembly, as an Executive, to not only keep business open but to ensure that business prospers.
Yes, Mr. Deputy Speaker, it's certainly our job to support business. It is business who creates the jobs, who makes the investment, and they need to be encouraged and supported in doing that. And if you take the rate system, as I mentioned in response to previous questions, I think this Executive has a very, very good track record in supporting businesses through our rate system. As our main, I suppose, fiscal lever that we have to pull, we have done that in terms of the Small Business Rates Relief Scheme, and indeed continue that into this current financial year. So several thousand businesses across Northern Ireland will receive that reduction in their rates bill, cost to the Executive of some £20 million. And we've done that in spite of the fact, Deputy Speaker, that it was introduced in 2010 to tackle the recession, and the legislation that governs it specifically talks about the downturn. That downturn has statistically passed. There are still effects to retail business, just as there are to construction and other, as a result of the downturn. But there are other factors that are hitting our retail sector as well, and I'm very, very keen that we continue, as we are this year through the Small Business Rates Relief Scheme, to continue to offer support to that important sector. But yes, it's our job we don't do the work. It is our captains of industry. It is those who are small business people who do the work, who create the jobs. It is our job in this business, or in this Assembly, to support those businesses, to encourage them, and to do what we can through rates and indeed other interventions to allow them to grow.
Mr. Muilleoir for supplement.
I want to thank the Minister for his response. I wonder if the Minister would consider, and he has the facts and figures there and the stats, in the time ahead, if we were able to look at those who had a 100% or more increase, and these are talking about non-domestic properties businesses, is there a way that we could look at that cohort and find ways of going to them? Would the Minister agree perhaps going to those businesses which took the biggest hit and seeing what extra help we can give them to ensure that they remain committed to growing their businesses here?
This is something that has been considered well in advance, actually, of even the publication of the new values. And I was well aware that, given the fact that there would be losers in their revaluation, that there would be a call and a plea from many quarters for some special assistance, some sort of transitional relief to be put in place for those who were, quote-unquote, the biggest losers in the revaluation. And I pondered that one carefully over a period of time, and I came to a very clear conclusion in respect of it. Whenever you look at those who are the biggest losers, many of them are very, very, very large businesses in terms of some of them are very big global businesses who have seen their valuations go up by 40, 50, 60 and even more %. Now, these are businesses that one would expect to be paying more compared to the 2001 valuations of those properties. So to be offering some support through the public purse, which is in effect taking it from other ratepayers and giving it to these big businesses, was something that I wasn't sure about the ethics of doing. I was obviously concerned about smaller businesses who would lose out as a result of the revaluation, and that's why, rather than construct a sophisticated transitional scheme which would have been on top of all of the other things that we would have been doing this year with the rates, which were very complex, we agreed to extend, and the Executive and the Assembly has endorsed it, has agreed to extend that Small Business Rates Relief Scheme, which will offer that additional £20 million worth of support to thousands of businesses across Northern Ireland. Now, some of those will be businesses who have done okay out of the revaluation, but many of them, Deputy Speaker, will be businesses who have done badly out of the revaluation. So I hope that rather than some other transitional relief scheme, will be able to afford those businesses some support, allow them to continue to stay in business in the short term and grow in the longer term.